I was not overweight because I was lazy or had no motivation. It was because I was believing in fat loss lies. That is something like facts, and that was something that is keeping me frustrated because I believe in one fat loss myth and then another, and I was just hitting rock bottom. But eventually I was able to climb up the ladder, and I was able to lose 60 pounds and maintain it for 13 years. So in this video I'm going to share what the truths are, so you can finally lose the weight for good and become the most healthiest version of yourself. And if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button because I'm making a new video about weight loss advice every week. I use these strategies to lose 60 pounds in 8 months. I kept it off for 13 years, and I've helped dozens of men just like you lose up to 60 pounds and finally escape the yo-yo dieting cycle. And if you're tired of constantly losing and gaining the same weight, I want to help you get to your healthy self without giving up the foods that you love. I started out my weight loss journey because eventually when I was just looking myself in the mirror, I really hated how I looked. I was feeling embarrassed, and it made me realize that when my pants were not fitting as well, I was also just feeling embarrassed just taking on clothes and going out to social events. So I didn't want to go out. I was just staying at home and also feeling tired, having a lot of loneliness. And even though I was eating okay, I was not eating junk food all the time, but occasionally, like a couple of times a week. But that also made me realize that I had to change up my diet because I was just feeling breathless when I was taking the stairs. I was also having health issues because of just being very overweight and having lack confidence when I was talking with clients, doing presentations. So what I had to understand is that no matter how much I was training in the gym, like 5-6 times a week, strength training, cardio, hour at minimum, 10,000 steps every single day, I was not seeing the results that I want. And it was because that I was not structuring my diet the way that I really had to, because no matter how you are unraveling, you cannot outperform a bad diet. So when I was just trying to lose weight, I was just thinking, okay, no matter how much I'm working out in the gym, I can just eat a shit ton of food, really good food, but I was still not seeing any changes. And what I want to share with you is that you always need to figure out that the diet of yours, like tracking your calories, even though it kind of sounds boring, but it also gives you an opportunity to eat more of the foods that you really enjoy, just proportionate. Let's imagine that you're a 30-year-old man who needs to maintain your weight with 3,000 calories. You subtract that with 15%, so you are eating in maybe 400, 300 calories. That puts you in a calorie deficit. And just sticking to that and having a 45% of your daily calories come from protein, you are going to lose weight very fast and maintain the muscle, so you get this lean, toned, muscular body that you feel very proud of when you're in the gym. And just consistently sticking to this calorie deficit diet, you're losing weight all around your body, and you're still able to eat the foods that you love. I always recommend that you sign up to my fitness pal, where it has a premium subscription, and that gives you the opportunity to put in your stats like your weight, your height, your gender, activity levels, and then it makes an ideal weight loss plan diet for you, so you can switch up with 2 or 3 diets. And if you are someone who needs to adjust your calories because you need to lose weight further, let's say you lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, but then you're not losing any weight, so you subtract 200 calories more or add up 2,000 steps more on top of 6,000 steps, then you'll lose weight even faster. So in the MyFitnessPal, you are just subtracting the amount of grams of the food items in your meals, and then the whole meal plan is adjusted with 200 calories. It's so basic and very easy, and it just makes it more enjoyable. That sometimes if you feel like the same foods you're eating is just bland, you can just switch it up, and it makes it very easy. If you want to lose the weight for good and become the most healthiest version of yourself, just like you saw with me in my client transformation in the beginning of the video, there's a link in the description and the comment section where you can apply for coaching with me, and we'll just see if you're fit to work with me. And another truth is that I was just thinking that if I wanted to lose weight, I just look at the most ripped guys on the internet. But problem with it is that most of the fitness model, they are on steroids. So taken steroids, that accelerates your growth even faster. You look more toned, more muscular, and you lose weight very fast and maintain like single-digit body fat percentage of 5 or 7. It's just more easier compared to if you're a normal person just like me. So I always want to have advice from people who've been through the same weight loss journey like me, because I've been through trials and errors, done a lot of shit that that shouldn't do. I know that I've been cheating a whole lot on my diet. That was not the reason why I was seeing the results, but eventually I just had to come clean, and I also hired a fitness coach because I've been struggling with doing the same shit for 2 or 3 years, not seeing the results that I want to fast track it because I had an event that I really need to be ready for, like graduating college. I want to look nice and beautiful in the suit and be very confident before entering the workforce. That was just what I was thinking when I was younger. So eventually I was just having a coach. He dialed in my diet plan. He educated me in regards to, it doesn't matter where the carbs are coming from. You need to have high quality carbs, high quality proteins. High quality carbs could just be you reducing the hunger levels, because in a calorie deficit you're feeling a lot of hunger. So by amping up your calorie from carbs with 40%, that can come from fast digestible carbs, slow digestible carbs. Slow digestible carbs are sweet jams, like whole wheat pasta, whole wheat bread, a lot of veggies, because you also want to increase your fiber to 20 or 40 grams, so you're not feeling a lot of hunger. And by doing this, you're going to feel a lot of changes because you have a stable blood sugar. Most you ambitious men, just like me, I've been having a lot of struggle in late afternoon because I've been working, and then I just need some sugar cravings because my blood sugar is low. And then also in the evening, I used to deal with a lot of cravings late at night. So if I had anything snack in my fridge, I was just going to the fridge and eating that. But eventually I learned from my coach that if you are cheating yourself, you're cheating on your diet, and you're not seeing the results that you want. So if you are hiring someone, you also put skin in the game, and you can just see on the scale or on the, if you fucked up with you eating too much. So I always recommend that if you are working with a coach, it's just because you're investing in yourself, that you have someone feeling accountable. Because if you've been trying this shit with trying to yo-yo dieting, you're eating very clean, then you're eating very bad, and you've been not seeing the results, and you're probably getting fired from your work because you're not performing as much as you should. You are just wasting your time, and time is the most valuable commodity. So I was just thinking, okay, I'm just trying to do this. I'm not learn more about weight loss, for example, to decrease my hunger levels. I'm just drinking 4 or 5 liters of water, so I'm decreasing my water intake, and it also clears my skin because I used to have a lot of acne. So as someone who is a professional and needs to present yourself confident, if you are on the boardroom and talking with clients and you have a lot of acne and you look very unhealthy with the skin, like very oily, you're not getting portrayed as someone who is confident and getting more opportunities to work because you're just not taking care of yourself. Clients want to talk and deal with people who are putting themselves first and looking smart, presenting confident, but also being able to provide a lot of value to achieve the goals that they set for their projects. So if you already have that in check with a clear skin and also looking very healthy and confident, it just gives you a lot more, feeling more comfortable in your own skin. So I just believe that if you're just doing these things, that's going to be a game changer. And I also used to drink a lot of alcohol. I'm not saying that alcohol is like going to kill you, but they are empty calories. And if you are drinking a lot of empty calories, for example, you're drinking a lot of juice with a lot of sugar, and you're drinking sodas with sugar, you are just packing even more calories that is not easily to lose, because eating more calories is easier to track. But if you are drinking a lot of beverages, you are not feeling so full, so it's just like drinking water with a lot of sugar. So I always recommend that in order to fill your stomach up, you're drinking light soda or drinking water to fill up your stomach. Don't drink too much light soda because it makes you feel bloated. And if you really want to become lean and toned and muscular and confident as a professional man, you just need to deal with these things, because if you keep doing the same things, you're just getting the same results. And I know that if you're at your breaking point, at your heaviest weight, you need to hear this from me, because I used to be in a place where I just started feeling confident in myself, and eventually I just been losing the 60 pounds and maintaining for 13 years. I feel more confident, have a lot of energy, go out, travel, and just being with my family and be there, help them, support them as much as I can, because I am just like 34 years old now, and being able to be there for my family is good and also help them. And eventually, you're only able to do that if you put yourself first. So if you want to lose the weight for good and become the most healthiest version of yourself, just like you saw with me and my client transformation in the beginning of the video, there's a link in the description in the comment section where you can apply for coaching with me and just see if we are fit to work together, and I'll help you build a game plan. Bye.